What's going on, internet? It's your boy Studio Breeze here today, and I am back again with my brother
Keith Mills. What it do, y'all?
We back again for yet again some more Dragon Ball talk. Now today we are talking about the Dragon Ball Super Galactic Patrol Arc coming 2027, and then the production is already started. So you know what that means. They already in the kitchen cooking. You know, they have Mazuko Nozawa out there. They probably already got, you know, a little bit of voice lines or something ready, because I think the way
I think they have voice acting in that trailer, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. So they already like, come on now, they already done cooked a little bit for this. And with Toei as well as Period being smarter, wisening up to the times, I don't think it's gonna be some weekly anime stuff. Hell, Daima wasn't even really technically weekly. Like, it came out weekly and then it took like a break and stuff like that. So I think it's definitely going to be a similar vibe where it's like we'll probably get 12, maybe 20 episodes, you know, 12 let's be generous, let's be hopeful, 12 to 24 episodes per season or something like that. And like possibly do 2 cores, 12 episodes each. We get Dragon Ball 12 episodes the first 6 months of the year, 12 episodes the next 6 months. That way we getting Dragon Ball all year. You know, we have a little animation, beautiful animation, less stupid filler slice of life shit. Like, even though we like it at this point because we love the characters and all that, but I think as far as what this manga is concerned, like these arcs that are, you know, the last couple that are here, like they really need to come hard and actually adapt what it is that we want to see. We've been waiting on this. Dragon Ball Super's been over for 8 years. Yeah, it's 8 years. Damn near a decade. You know, nobody's counting like that or whatever. But like,
I've been hungry. You know, the kitchen been closed, but you know, it's back up.
Starving for some Dragon Ball content to come back, animation wise at least. Because we've been fed otherwise. And we had Daima last year, which was cool and all. You know, well, not last year, but 2024, which was cool. I watched Daima and I enjoyed Daima, but I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm being real with you, Daima just didn't even have to happen. Like, we're being real, it just didn't have to happen. It was just a fun project to watch. 20 episodes, and I'm not saying that it was a waste of time or anything. Like, I enjoyed the 20 episodes. I enjoyed the little calmer type parts, and then I enjoyed the action pack, the adventure aspect.
Transformations.
It did what GT was trying to do, which was capture a little bit of everything Dragon Ball. A little bit of the traveling, exploration type bits, a little bit of the funny slice of life comedy type bits, and then also the high octane insane action bits. So I will say this, in 20 episodes, if you're just looking for some Dragon Ball content to enjoy and you haven't seen Daima by now for some odd reason, go ahead and watch it. But I'm telling you now, that is just a footnote compared to what the Galactic Patrol Arc has to offer as far as the story is concerned, because we always are concerned with like, what are we really getting out of story-wise of Dragon Ball? But I can say that with the return of the Moral Arc for sure, and that, of course, we already know that's going to lead up to the Granola Arc. We're going to get some more DBZ lore, and I was even just looking at the manga today a little bit to see some of the Granola Arc as far as like some things. I saw some panels about like the whole connection between Goku and Bardock and him learning about his father. That's going to be explored in the Granola Arc for people who don't know. Like, it's just so much that's coming to Dragon Ball that I feel like Toyotawa really put his best foot forward, working in tandem with Toriyama to actually make some new things for us to be excited about. Because to me, it's been a long time since we really had story beats to be excited about. You know, we had the Tournament of Power was like insanely like spectacle. It wasn't really like a lot of story going on with that. You know, honestly, Battle of Gods was like the last time something like story wise. And I guess the inclusion of Zeno and all, like, knowing about the other universes and things like that, those were the last times where we actually got any, like, lore-wise components that were really important for Dragon Ball to push the story forward. And not just to be some spectacle things to watch, like we're used to, you know? So I'm glad that we get to see more of these things and the people who haven't experienced the manga, because I know there's a lot of people who have held off on, like, reading or even just watching videos or just learning a little bit about the manga, like completely stayed away from it, because we all know.
I'm one of those people, honestly.
We all know Dragon Ball's better animated. Like, let's just be real. The manga is beautiful. The art, especially OG Toriyama art, handling, amazing. But we can all agree that we do prefer Dragon Ball as a medium, as an anime, for the most part, as far as enjoying what it is to see. You know, to watch or recap manga is great, but you know, anime is the way to go. So I'm glad they're bringing it back. I'm glad they're bringing more story, more spectacle as well, but not just that alone. It's this whole lot of things coming in. And with Moro as a entity, sort of similar to like Beerus, like an entity that's been around for a long ass time that we just haven't known about until now. I think that's just going to be really fun. And all of the different hijinks abilities and things that he can do, things that are introduced from old things from Dragon Ball Z to now, like with Vegeta and things like that he gets going on, and Goku and new abilities he gets going on. It's going to be a wild ride, and I lied to you not. That infight with Goku and Moro with True UI is going to go dumb. Dare I say, break the internet.
As if Dragon Ball has never done that before.
Come on, like we a stranger to that. You mean, like, let's go.
It's funny how you said like Daima is a footnote in comparison to what's coming. I honestly, I'm kind of looking at Daima, and I actually mentioned it with the Dragon Ball Super remake, that these are these little placeholder projects building up to the return. I feel like they've been building up a little bit. They probably knew for a while they was able to work on, you know, the Super anime again. So I feel like giving us these little projects here and there, giving us that little taste of somewhat new Dragon Ball material, and you know, good old fan service, you know, can never hurt a little bit. And then leading up back to getting the story back on track and, you know, animating again. And you know, honestly, now that it's back and it's been so long, because bro, I was in high school when Dragon Ball Super ended, and I've been out for some time now. I'm a full adult, and it's finally coming back. And I'm hoping that the reveal trailer, that's how the animation will look in the well, actually the trailer, it should look like that. I sure hope. And that animation is a hell of a lot better than Super. Not to say Super's was all that bad. It had its moments.
Inconsistencies, especially.
As fuck. And especially if they do decide, because I was never at first was a fan of the core thing, but I have seen the benefits, like from Bleach, Attack on Titan, those shows, from getting that break where they can give more time towards the animation. How, you know, just a little more time in the oven can make them way more better project, and not, you know, crunching and trying to get the shit out. We got one frame man over here, you know, it's one slot man, whatever you want to call it. We see the benefits, so I'm for them doing like a 24 episode 2 core thing, like you said as well. Shit, even if shit really gonna get crazy, they really eight episodes, 3 different cores, so that animation could be top notch. And then, you know, if they're coming back around, if they, you know, like we mentioned in a previous video about remaking other arcs for Dragon Ball Super, literally Dragon Ball can be ongoing all year for quite some time, especially with, you know, them continuing with the manga and then being able to animate, you know, the new material from that. So Dragon Ball, it seems, for now, seems to be here to stay.
Yeah, and I'm excited, man. As a long time, pretty much my entire life, Dragon Ball fan, both of us, our entire lives being Dragon Ball fans, this is like a resurgence that we needed. We got new game coming out, new support for a game that people wanted, you know, and return of like, or a remake of a previous entity of Dragon Ball. It's just so many different pieces for Dragon Ball moving right now at once. It's just chef's kiss. Like, it's really a good time to be a Dragon Ball fan right now. We're eating in so many different ways, and it just sucks that Akira Toriyama isn't here to see this, you know. It really does sadden me a bit to know that, like, the person who just made our lives change so much with this amazing content, these amazing characters, this amazing world, isn't here to see, like, all these new generations time and time again are going to continuously fall in love with Dragon Ball, because it's really here forever. Like, there's so many different parts of the series that people can dissect and go through now, you know. And I've seen a lot of people who've never seen Dragon Ball actually go back and try to witness all of like what Dragon Ball is to offer, and, you know, give their critiques on it, and see the inspiration that Dragon Ball has had in the anime community.
The impact is insane.
The impact is insane. It may not go down in history, and not even in my book, it's not going to go down in history as the greatest anime of all time, but for goddamn sure, it at least is going to be in conversation to being one of the greatest and most influential anime of all time, for sure.
I'd say shit, maybe anything, because 4 generation of children can definitely attest to what we're saying right now. It's insane, bro, and it makes all the new projects coming out, whether it be games, movies, shows, or whatever, a little bit more impactful, especially when it got that, created by Akira Toriyama, especially, stuff that he was working on that we didn't know about before his death, like the game, like, what we knew about the Galactic Patrol Arc, but having his work be viewed anew again in different formats, it cut a little deep, man, because he, in a way, man, he's one of them boys that helped raise us, man. We wouldn't be talking about this stuff. We probably wouldn't want to do these type of videos if it wasn't for him. So yeah, shout out to Akira Toriyama and long live Dragon Ball.
Absolutely. So you've heard our opinions about Dragon Ball, the Galactic Patrol returning. We're both very excited to see what's coming. Me, myself, as somebody who kind of knows everything that's going to happen, I'm still excited. I don't care. But, let us know how you guys feel, what your anticipations are for the show, how you think it's going to go. Is it going to be seasonal? Are we going to go back to the old school and be weekly? Or, whatever else possibly, if you got any other ideas. Let us know in the comments below. And Keith, you got anything else to say before you take us out, brother?
No, that is all. I'm Keith.
And I'm Breeze.
And the struggle arc continues.
Be breezy.